Welcome to the Advanced Geekery Project Lab, where I'm making an impressive 3D print for your entertainment and edification. Today we're looking at a giant T-Rex skull pushed right to the limits of the K2 Plus. My name is David Gewirtz. Welcome back to the Advanced Geekery channel. This is one of those prints that starts out interesting on screen and ends up genuinely impressive when you're holding it in your hands. I printed a giant T-Rex skull on the Creality K2 Plus, and I sized it up to 241.54%, which is basically the biggest version of this model I could fit on the machine and still get a clean result. The size increase matters. I printed a T-Rex skull before on the Creality K1 Max at its 300 by 300 by 300 millimeter build area. That's this thing here. Also notice the difference between the white and the bone, but if you look at them, they're kind of different in size. The K2 Plus goes from, the first one was 300 by 300 by 300. This is 350 by 350 by 350 with this machine. On paper, that might not sound dramatic, but in usable print volume, it's a very big jump. You're looking at almost 60% more overall volume, and that opens up a whole different class of oversized models. This skull is one of those classic Thingiverse designs that has been around for years, and there's a reason it keeps showing up. It's a great looking model. It prints in two parts that snap together and prints entirely without supports. That last part is especially nice because a model like this has a lot of visible surface area. The less cleanup you have to do, the better your final result is going to look. In this case, each half of the skull took about 12 hours to print, so figure roughly a full day of machine time for the complete model. That's actually pretty reasonable for something this large, especially when the payoff is a display piece that looks like it came out of a museum. And yes, this thing is big. When you scale a model right up to the edge of the printer's build volume, you get that moment where the machine stops feeling like a desktop tool and starts feeling like a fabrication platform. That's really what the K2 Plus brings to the table here. It gives you enough room to stop thinking in terms of nice medium-sized print and start thinking in terms of how large can I make this before it becomes a display challenge. For this project, the main project partner was JO, who provided the filament. The official filament name is High Speed PLA Chestnut Brown Marble. JO also stepped up as a project partner for a second project. I'm using a different filament of theirs in an upcoming project that I can't wait to show off to you in the next few weeks. On the spool, the chestnut brown marble looks like a kind of off-white with a subtle stone effect. But once you print it as a skull, it really changes character. When you hold it up next to the pure white skull print, the JO filament looks a whole lot more like bone. It has that warmer, slightly aged look that makes a model feel less like plastic and more like an artifact. This ended up being one of my favorite parts of this project because the material choice did a lot of visual heavy lifting without requiring any extra work. The printer delivered really sharp detail, the filament gave it that bone-like tone, and together they produced a model that just works.
This program is sponsored in part by the Advanced Geekery weekly newsletter. Want exclusive access to my latest ZDNet articles, behind-the-scenes updates on my projects, and must-watch YouTube videos curated just for you? How about fascinating reads from around the web and a chance to have your own project spotlighted? It's all in the newsletter. And the best part, subscribing is absolutely free. Don't wait, click the link below to get your weekly issue and make it awesome.
There's one small blemish on the print, but it's in a spot you really can't see, so it doesn't take away from the final piece at all. Overall, the print quality is exceptional. And this is where large format printing gets especially satisfying. It's not just that the model is bigger, it's that details read differently at this scale. The shape of the teeth, the openings in the skull, the contours along the jawline, all of that has more presence. You're not squinting at a neat print anymore. You're looking at something with real display impact. You're looking at an artifact. This is also one of those projects that makes me appreciate smart model design. Printing without supports on a skull this size is a very nice bonus. Less waste, less post-processing, less opportunity to scar visible surfaces during cleanup. You print the two pieces, snap them together, and you're done. That's a very satisfying workflow. Looking at the finished skull, I also think this filament opens up another interesting path. The marble or stone look is already doing a lot, but it could be a really nice base for weathering paints. A little careful finishing could push this thing even further into found fossil territory. Not that it needs it because it already looks great as printed, but it's easy to imagine taking this one more step and making it look like something that just came out of a dig site. What I like most about this build is that it combines a few things I always enjoy in a project. It uses the larger build area in a meaningful way. It shows how much impact the right filament can have on a finished piece. And it turns a long-running classic model into something that still feels fresh just by pushing scale and presentation. What model would you want to scale up to 241%? Let us know in the comments below. My name is David Gewirtz. Go out there and make it awesome.